Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Let's Play ArmA Cold War Assault. I'm the Ninja Stalker, and let's continue on with the campaign. Tank training, ladies and gentlemen, tank training. So, we will be playing as Robert Hammer. Likes to fancy himself the phrase, drop the hammer. I think we'll see that on here somewhere. There's stuff like this. The hammer's gonna nail those commie sons of bitches. Stuff like that. Gear. Up. Yep. So, let's continue on. We'll be in our M60 tank. Now the problem with the M60 tank is the reload is not as fast as the M1A1 Abrams, but it gets there. I would say probably the slowest reloading tank in this game is probably the T55, and the group that usually gets the T55 is the resistance fighters. So. Give me a second. I'm not getting any audio. Oh, wait, is it this? Yeah, it's that. M60 Patton tank. I think they named it after Patton, the M60 Patton. Now, the Patton tanks, there have been a number of them out there. There's I think the M46, M47, M48. We have the M60. Military sure does like naming their vehicles after individuals of renown. I mean, even at Fort Riley, they have streets named after people. And you got Custer Hill. You have Chaffee Street. There's a Persian Road. Then you'll have roads named after places. So you got Normandy Drive. A bunch of other stuff, you know. Hell, I think even Junction City's got some streets named after some famous people too. I mean, then you got presidents too. The President's Corners they call it. You got Grant and Washington. So you got Grant Street and Washington Street.
Lieutenant Hammer, reporting for duty, sir.
Lieutenant Hammer, your reputation precedes you. I hope you managed to get here without demolishing too much en route. Now, I'll be with you on this exercise, but God help me, you're the commander. We'll see how you get on with some basic tactics.
Okay.
1, follow 3.
6 o'clock, tank 2000.
Take us to the training grounds, Lieutenant. All move to building. 9 o'clock.
Okay, so when you're the commander of a group, you go ahead and activate what you can say by hitting the backspace, or if you already know what the numbers are, you can go ahead and hit 1, which from the backspace menu is right here. So you hit 1, and then you go to the next waypoint.
1026.
They will obey. Now this thing isn't exactly perfect. As you can see, we originally started looking straight forward, but you can see the cursor's aimed over here for some reason. To fix that, you just hit the 5 key on the numpad, and that should bring it back to where it should be. Also says the F1 will bring it up.
We'll destroy all 3 targets.
So we'll go ahead and look at them in Tank Commander's view. Right click to target it. Sabot is selected. We'll aim right above and say fire. Target's been neutralized. Now, usually it does take 1 shot to destroy a tank. These are just targets, however, so.
Target.
Target that. Wait for the reload. And we reload it. Go ahead and fire. To tell if you reloaded, if you don't already know, at the top left you'll see that it says Sabot in 33. It's red. It will change to the color orange when it's about ready to finish, and then green when you're good to go.
Target.
Go ahead and target. And in different tanks, depending if you're in lower tier tanks to upper tier tanks for this game, you can reload much faster. As you've probably seen with the T72 and T80, if I've been in a T80 tank, I don't recall, but
Fire.
go ahead and fire. And that's pretty much it. Go ahead and zoom back out. Get out of there. Go into third person. This is what it looks like on the inside. There's the driver below you. Where's the gunner? Or is that the gunner? Where's my driver? My driver's got to be around here
All
somewhere.
units, this is NATO command.
That might be the...
We have 1, possibly more, inbound Soviet tanks. Urgent assist required.
Russians in Jordan. My God. Looks like the training's over.
target. Go ahead and go to this area. Okay, so maybe all I saw next to me on the inside here, that's probably the gunner. The driver's probably up ahead, I'm not sure where he's at. As you can see, kind of cramped conditions inside. So for anyone who's a tanker, hats tips to you. Down here because we've got a report that there are tanks nearby, and we will join target that BMP now. Fire. Okay, we didn't hit it, but I'll still leave it targeted. So we come down here to join a small group, I guess, squad of M1A1s, I think. Yeah, there we go. So it's not a small squad, it's just one other M1A1. There might be another one joining us somewhere, I just don't know where he's at. So we're going to be following him.
The contacts were spotted near the beach. I'll lead the way.
I'm right behind you, but be warned, Major. I've got a rookie in the command position. I know you're not a total screw-up, Hammer, and now's the time to prove it.
Okay, so keep formation to follow him, and our driver would do his best to follow that square there. Now notice that he's turned out on his tank. We can go ahead and turn out if we want. Everyone, if you turn out, everyone else will turn out. except for the gunner, because the gunner's is closed in, as you can see right there. That would be the gunner spot right there next to mine. I'm going to go ahead and turn it again as we're about to head into combat. And if you are turned out while you're in combat, it'd be much easier for you to get injured and die. Especially if they shoot heat rounds at you, or if they're firing machine gun fire. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but in this game, in comparison to World of Tanks, there is nothing that has to do with angling your tank, angling your armor, how much armor your tank's supposed to have theoretically, and all that other junk. What matters is if you're spotted to get shot at, and you do get shot at, you're gonna take some damage, and it only takes like 2 to 3 shots. Machine gun. Okay, so we got him. Target the BMP. He destroyed the BMP.
11 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier. 200. Machine gun. 1. Fire.
Now, if you really want, you can switch places. Oh, actually, you can't. Never mind, I take that back. I was going to say, if you really want, you can switch places to be the gunner, but that might be at a different time. Now, see, I have this guy targeted, but my gunner's gone ahead and targeted everyone he could and is opening fire. That will happen, and it's normal. You don't have to keep clicking on the next target soldier just so you can have the machine gun go off. When it's a sabot, when you have the main gun activated, the sabot, sorry I yawned, you might have to tell them, but then it'd be a question of why would you shoot a sabot round at the infantry soldier. You'd probably be best shooting a heat round at them, because it'll get a whole large group of them versus a sabot round, which will just do a small blast radius, because sabot rounds are meant for tanks. But again, like I said, from World of Tanks to this tank, World of Tanks, you have angling armor, you have armor that's meant to be this and that. If the gun itself can penetrate this tank, or if it can't penetrate this tank, if you shoot it in a gun manlet and this, that doesn't apply in this game. In this game, as soon as you see the target and you're in a tank and you see the other tank, shoot him. If you shoot him first, keep shooting him. You might just win the battle because you shot first. And if it hits, of course. The best way to counteract that, because you're probably thinking, well, why not people just go at each other like they did in the old days for World of Tanks, when armor values and angling didn't mean shit, because that's what it was back in the day. Before armor values and all that other stuff, I remember, it'd say that you have a certain amount of armor, and if the gun can do it or cannot do it. But generally speaking, back then, it was more like everyone was pretty much at a balanced tier almost, and everyone would pretty much just meet and shoot at each other, and whichever group is left alive pretty much wins. And then they fixed that real quick after that. In this game, to fix that, it's best to crest over a ridge, use the tank's gun depression to peek over, shoot them first, as they will have a hard time shooting you, because they kind of want the entire tank to shoot at, because when they target you, their AI is targeting your main hull, not your turret, your hull. Once they miss the shot, they'll then compensate and try to fix the aiming by shooting at your turret if it allows enough view. If you give them enough view about that. But it's not always going to be 100% that they aim there, because again, you're still dealing with old-fashioned AI that isn't as good as they are nowadays. So that's the best way to go about it. So we've already done this. I got no tanks. We just got a bunch of people. And since I was the one killing, but I'm part of the group that kills because we're in the same M60 tank, their kills are my kills. So let's continue on. Let's see what the next one is. Okay. We are here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here and then play for the next one, so see you in a bit.